It's your boy Tony underscore Mr. Miami 33 back with another video. And today we're going to be reacting to these two ladies that said some things in a video that I did not like, and I want to answer and address. Because I think that's what's wrong with the world today, is the women think it's supposed to be a certain way that it is not supposed to be. And I think the women are slowly, now fastly coming to the edge of the cliff where they're starting to realize it's over. Okay, it's over for you, and you're not gonna, no man is going to support your lifestyles. It's not your husband. Okay, but we're gonna listen to the video, we're gonna watch it, and then after we watch it, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it. Okay, we're gonna do one, and then later we'll do the other one. Here we go.
It's bread or buns.
What's the problem with that?
As a man, you're supposed to provide. You're supposed to provide. You're supposed to be the breadwinner. You're supposed to do these things. And now men are complaining for doing men things. If I gotta pay for dinner, you gotta give me bread or buns. When did men stop doing the things that they're supposed to be doing as a man?
Time out. Allow me to explain what's going on. Men are not complaining. Now pay attention. When you borrow money from a bank, you're obligated to pay it back, are you not?
Correct.
And if you don't pay it back, they're gonna be on your ass, right?
Correct.
Correct. If you take money from a man, you're not supposed to pay him back.
It's bread or buns.
What's the problem with that?
Now, here's my problem with what she said. She sounded like a Muppet Baby. It's bread or buns. Straight Muppet Baby, for real, bro. She really sounded like a Muppet Baby in there. But the things that she said really disturbed me. Is she said, you're supposed to provide. You're supposed to provide as a man. You're supposed to provide for us. And men are complaining for doing men things. Listen, young lady, and listen to me well. And make sure you got them ears focused. Men are going to do men things for their wife. Not for some chick they just met, and not for some girlfriend. No one is going to be investing to a liability. You're a liability. You're not an asset to a man if you're not married to him. Relationships just don't matter. Okay? It matters if you've been together for a while. It don't really matter if you've been dealing with the man and for a period of time, a year, 2 years. It's not really a big deal to men. It's cool. I mean, you can be a lot in love with the person in 2 years. But if the guy doesn't want to marry you, there's only so far he's willing to go with you. And that's what that means. Some of you are good enough to date, but not good enough to marry. You're not wife material. So you're not going to get married. The women today are thinking like the young lady here in the video. And the problem with that is, I seen this coming a long ways back. Ain't no man was saying nothing about it, but I'm the only one that's ever said something about it's not your wife. Ladies, listen to me, and listen to me good. Men, and you can go to any man and ask this question, and they will tell you it's yes, it's true. A man will do things for his wife that he will never do for a girlfriend. What you ladies today are asking for is husband things with men that are not your husbands. And that means you're not entitled to it. You're not going to get it. Even the husband isn't entitled to take you on shopping sprees. Even the husband isn't entitled to take you to 5-star restaurants. They ain't got nothing to do with a husband's title. So if any man does that, is him being nice to you. And you should show a lot of respect to that man if he's being nice to you. But let me address the bread or buns thing, because I agree with that completely. That goes back to what I was originally saying, okay? A woman is a liability. A man is not going to invest his time, money, and energy into a woman that's a liability. So now what the men are doing when they say bread or buns, if a man flies you somewhere, you got to give it up. The flights ain't free. Okay? The flights ain't free. Me and one of my people were talking about the basketball player who flew out the lady to Burks and Kinko's, okay? Turks and Kinko's, okay? And it was like, oh, the lady, one of the people I know, she said, oh, she got a free trip. I looked at her and I said, no. Let me explain. He might have flew her out there, but when she didn't give up the buns, he didn't pay for her room. He didn't pay for her food. He didn't pay for her to go on excursions. He didn't pay for her travel to get around. So now she has to come out of her pocket and pay for all those things and pay for her ticket back. So now let me get you ladies to really understand what just took place and what I just said. Imagine somebody taking you to an expensive place to vacation, and you don't got the money for that place because you can't afford it, okay? And you go to that place and the person is paying for everything and they just say, no, I ain't paying for it. You got to come out of your pocket now and pay for everything, including your room and board and your food for you to eat. That's a bad deal, because now you finna spend thousands of dollars that you didn't need to spend because you're in a situation that you put yourself in by going out there. No man is going to do anything for free for women. I've been saying this for a long time. I said before we get to 2030, you're going to see a lot of women just prostituting, having to sell it, putting a price on it, and the bread or buns thing and the way the women are acting, it just sped everything up. Everything just got sped up. So now when a man takes you out, it's going to be bread or buns. Meaning you're going to put your money up and pay for your meal, or you're going to help him pay for the meal, or you're going to give up some booty or some neck, whatever it is. But it ain't gonna be a free transaction no more. And this is because dating women is expensive for men, and it's a liability for men too. It is a liability, ladies. No man is supposed to keep up your lifestyle that is not your husband. Even in your husband is not supposed to keep up your lifestyle. That's your job.
Hold on, because I'm trying to understand. And to the bougie ladies, y'all can help me understand in the comment section down below. What you mean y'all leaving y'all men? Y'all hard-working men that make sure they provide his food on the table and sometimes got clothes in your back, and even that's not his job. I really think it's a woman's job to make sure she got clothes. You feel me? I really think it's a woman's job to make sure she keep her nails and her feet done. What you mean you left the man because he can't afford you? What you mean? What y'all mean? Then y'all got women under the comments on my post about eating that Longhorn and Outback saying, well, the men need to stay out of their DMs or stay out of their way if they can't afford them because they not eating that Longhorn and they not eating that Outback. So what you want to eat? He put food in the crib. Cook it. It's not his job to do. It's not his job to buy you Fendi, Gucci, Chanel. It's no value in that. A man in his right mind ain't finna do that. Now hear me out. It's a plus when you ask him, babe, I need my nails and my feet done, and he pay for it. Babe, I want this bag, and he buys it. But it's not mandatory. He don't have to do that. And if he tell you no, that don't mean you leave him, or that don't mean he can't afford your lifestyle. That's ridiculous. You finna die with 9 cats and 2 dogs and no ring on your finger. And there's a lot of men leaving these women because they really like, you know what? I'm sorry, I can't be with this girl because I can't afford her. He got a job, he paying bills, and he keeping food on the table. And y'all still making the men feel this small. Oh, well, you can't afford my lifestyle. Or every time I ask him for money, he say no. You should have a job. And it's a plus if you have a job and a man tell you keep all your money. What you doing with your money? It was a time when us women couldn't work and we fought so that we can work. You got a job now. We can work. Go accumulate your own money. You want a $5,000 bag? You go buy it. You want $7,000 pair of shoes? You buy it. It's amazing, and it's a plus if we do find a wealthy man that'll be able to do that for us. You feel me? But it's not mandatory. And y'all got the nerve to be out here making real men that's working feel this little because they can't buy you a pair of $7,000 shoes. Not everybody's rich. Not everybody's wealthy. Some people just making it. And y'all got some nerve. And we already on a shortage of real men. Half of them is either dead or in prison. And y'all want to take advantage of the ones that's out here providing for their families and working, putting food on the table, giving you money here and there. And that's still not enough. Y'all out here making posts talking about I had to leave him because he can't afford my lifestyle. Get a grip. A real man knows the value of $1. It's a man's job to lead and provide. It's not our job to lead, because God knows if us women had to lead, we'll drown ourselves in a damn hole. You gonna die with a turtle. Bye.
A husband is not supposed to do any of those things. He's supposed to have your back. He's supposed to make sure y'all got a roof over y'all head and y'all able to get around. And he's supposed to protect you. He's not supposed to get your hair and nails done. He's not supposed to go buy you a wardrobe. He's not supposed to go buy you red bottoms. He's not supposed to take you on expensive trips. He's not supposed to take you to 5-star restaurants. You ladies are lost. And that's why women should not listen to a lot of the black women, because you guys are crazy. You guys are, listen, and all the women of women, you guys are at the very bottom. Which means you're failing the class of men when it comes to it. If this was a class in school, you would be the failing group in the class with straight F's, not even D's. And you then want to lead on top of the fact that you're failing. You can't lead, because if you're failing, that means you don't understand men. I had a lady that told me a few weeks back, she said, oh, I chose to go below my means living. Now, my money's good, but I chose to go below my means so I could get more stuff, right? But me going below my means really ain't going below my means, because I'm still living in a pretty nice lifestyle, right? But in her mind, black lady, she don't understand men, and she don't know the men with money from the men who don't got it. I got way more than her, got way more than everything, paying way more than her to live monthly. And she's the one that's in the Honda, struggling, got a great job, can't afford none of the stuff she see me with. And then she said something to me that really showed me how her mind works. She said, if a man was in that, any woman would leave a man that was in that position. No, any black woman would leave a man in that position. Not any woman. Any black woman will leave a man in that position. But that's why the black woman always loses when it comes to men. That's why she never gets to keep any man that she gets. That's why she never gets the men with the money, because she don't know the men with the money from the men that don't got the money. You guys are looking for all the wrong things, and when the men with money come around, they are so low-key, but right in your face, but so low-key, you guys wouldn't know them if y'all saw them. The men with money don't always drive up in big Benzes and BMWs and Lambos, and sometimes they come in regular cars. And they wearing real jewelry, and they wearing nice, expensive shoes and clothes, or just expensive shoes. They're simple in clothes, a lot of them. Some of them like expensive shit, depending on the man. But they're clean, they're nice, and they're not worried about dating or looking for no woman. I had a Spanish woman. She say, oh, you got all this stuff, you living nice. Wouldn't you want to share it with it? When you want a woman to share it with? Hell no. Hell to the double no. If you didn't help me to build it, why am I going to share my shit with you? You didn't put in on none of this stuff. If you didn't put in on it, why would I share it with you? This is my shit. I ain't sharing my shit with somebody that didn't help me to get it. You ladies are out your damn mind. But to address what this lady said, ladies, listen. Ain't no man supposed to provide nothing for you. That's not his job. Especially men you're not married to. What is wrong with you guys? What's wrong with your dome? You're not married to a man. Why would is he entitled to take you to 5-star restaurants and pay your bills, and because he the man at the table with the money, he gonna pay for all y'all women. Hell no, that ain't what it is. That ain't what it's about. Ain't nobody doing that shit except for the men that choose to. That's not a man's job. That's not a man's job. In so many scenarios and so many videos and so much stuff that I'm seeing black women.
Can you go buy us a pizza from the place right here?
Y'all want to go on a date?
Can you buy us a pizza from right here? What's the restaurant right here? Can you buy us
I'm not sure. I got pizza at the crib though.
No, I want you to come buy us a pizza from right here.
I got pizza at the crib.
But we live in South Carolina.
Damn, shit.
It's not really that far away from
It
here.
is really that far. Can you buy us a pizza from out of here? And we'll think about it?
Baby, let's go.
All right,
I'm with y'all. Y'all good night. Let's go.
I don't know what the fuck going on TikTok, but these bitches on here begging more than the damn homeless people. They getting on here pole mouth and they starting off with a goddamn story that nobody want to hear, goddamn it. Everybody's struggling. And then you look at their nails is did so pretty and they so long. And I know they paid $150 to $200 for them. Then they got these lace front wigs on their head, the eyebrows, eyelashes, and all did. Everybody's struggling. Everybody bound to have a light bill, $400 and $500. A lot of people got bigger fish to fry. I'm about to get put out my house. Y'all got a motherfucking badass story, but ain't nobody goddamn gonna buy that goddamn story. Y'all might well get off your ass, put your big panties on, and figure it out. Y'all better get on here and do something. If it ain't never busted open, y'all better do something, because ain't nobody on here better be giving out no goddamn money, and we already in poverty as it is. We trying to figure this shit out too. So y'all could get off of here trying to bring this sob-ass story to life. Because I'm not going to read that goddamn book, and I'm not going to pay for it. So get the hell off here with that begging and shit.
We be up front, we get what we want. Look at how far Brother Buns could take you. High risk, high motherfucking reward. As the founder of Brother Buns, I am very proud to see that Brother Buns is being perfectly executed in real life situations. Now allow me to explain what happened in this clip. This man said Brother Buns in order for him to pay for his food. And the lady offered to give him neck. These are two people who 100% understand the law of equivalent exchange. Humankind cannot gain without first giving something in return. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. I want you guys to understand that Brother Buns is deeper than what you guys think it is. It's not just a joke. This is real life. We be up front, we get what we want. You want your nails done, hair done,
They not tolerating
out on a
anymore,
date,
bro.
Chanel bag, Lululemon, you gotta give something up. Bread or buns.
Black men to do the job of a husband. Husband. He ain't your husband. Why would he do the job of a husband? That's not his job. Ooh. Child, help me. So, when I listen to you guys, what I hear coming out of your mouths constantly is you want a man, a regular man, a boyfriend or a regular man to invest money, time, and energy into a woman that's not his wife. And that's never gonna happen, ladies. You might get a meal here and there. You might get a sucker dude that might give you a meal here and there. But that shit's gonna come to an end. And then what you guys gonna do, because y'all don't got no skills and nothing. Y'all don't know how to be ladies. Y'all very masculine. It's gonna be bad for y'all. It's gonna be real bad for y'all. It's gonna get real cold in the wintertime. And you're gonna be the only one unprepared out there with nothing to keep you warm and nothing to keep you safe, because you guys don't understand that when you talk to God, he requires change, sacrifice. He's awakening the men, and the men are understanding that you guys are getting over. It's not going the way it was intended to be. Y'all are disrupting the natural order of things. You're not supposed to be before the fucking man. The man was first. The woman was put here to be his companion. You guys are trying to rewrite what God created. And that's not the way that it works. You can't take things out of order and then expect it to work out. It's not gonna work out because it's out of order. You always gonna have problems because you're doing it wrong. So men are not supposed to provide. Get that shit out of y'all head. Quit thinking that way because you're never going to get anywhere thinking like that. Men are not supposed to provide for women they're not married to. And if he provides, that's just him being nice. He don't have to do it. You guys need to be more appreciative. Y'all act entitled. You're entitled to nothing. Here's another thing that gets me. And you know what? With the basketball player and the lady, him flying her out, I would have left her ass there too. I'm flying you out. I'm supposed to get some ass. If that's what I'm flying you out for, you know what it is. I ain't flying you out there on the house to can't hang out with me. Listen, she lucky. She is lucky. Because that would have been me. I would have got me a whole nother woman to come kick it with me, with her right there. And I would have said, if you got an issue with that, pay for your own room, your own way, your own stuff. You ain't doing your job, I got to get somebody that's going to do it for you. You're not finna come over here and play with me. I'm not having that shit. See, when it's the man who's paying for everything, it's his say, his way, not yours, because you ain't paid. So I got an issue with what I'm hearing, okay? The women are basically scamming, panhandling, scamming men and scheming and shit, like trying to take money from somebody in a fucked up way, and then men supposed to just let you slide. Let me say something. I want to save this for the other part of the video. I really don't want to get into this part, so I'm gonna wait until I get to that other part. But ladies, black women, you guys are very, very lost when it comes to men. And when the more I sit up and I watch you guys make all the wrong decisions. The lady told me, oh, if you go in a lower lifestyle, if you live below your means, like downgrading your places, that the woman will leave you. The black woman will leave me, but the black woman will be dumb. I got more than you, right? All my shit's paid for, right? I'm able to go and travel wherever I want, right? If I go below my means in living, that means I'm gonna have more money to spend on other things, right? And I already have more than you and make more than you, right? So then, where in that calculation, in that dome, to just say, oh, he's doing bad, let me leave? And you know what that told me? Her mindset. That means that if I were to go bad for real, she wouldn't have been there. And you know what that did for me? Cut her ass off. I ain't had no more to say to her because she's stupid. Can't handle a conversation. Talk all this trash. Grown, older woman and don't have a clue about men and don't know nothing about finances and bad with money. All them combinations. And she's older. Get out of here. Get the hell out of here with that shit. Ladies, men are the prize because the man is accepting all your baggage. The man is accepting all your baggage. Another lady. I throw y'all a couple bonuses in when we go into this stuff, you know, to give you some shit that I'm actually real shit, okay? White, 3 kids. She's friends of my friend, my homeboy. And she ain't got no, the daddy is in the picture. The daddy's in the picture. She can't keep no man and she don't seem to know why. The daddy is in the picture, coming to the house, doing all kind of shit over at the house. She wondering why no man will not talk to her and why her relationships don't work out. She was overweight. She did the gastric bypass surgery, brought a little weight down. And a lot of women are doing that and thinking that that's just going to enhance your numbers on the scale. It don't enhance your numbers on the scale because you had to go to surgery to get rid of the weight, which means you really don't have discipline because you couldn't get rid of the weight. And getting rid of the weight would have just required you to be disciplined in your eating habits and exercise. So imagine you take the weight off somebody, right? And the mindset is still the same. The Twinkies, the cupcakes, the ice cream, all that stuff is still there, meaning that habit of what they did to gain the weight is still there. How do you know that? Well, when the doctors do those gastric bypass surgeries, they say you could come back and the weight could come back if you don't obey and follow these rules and take care of yourself. All the doctors tell them that. And they have cases where the women come back big again, a year later, big again. And they have to do the surgery again and bring the weight down. This is a lack of women having discipline. So let me see if I can understand it. A woman wants a man that's 6 feet, 6-pack, meaning in shape. And he's got all this discipline. He's 6 feet, 6-pack, in shape, nice car, nice place, got his shit together. He's up here. The woman is down here. She's below average because she's overweight. Okay. Average here, she's below average. Okay. She does the gastric bypass surgery and it brings her up to average. That's what she says. But she has 3 kids. Brings her back down again. All right. She now wants the man that's up here. Okay. Lots of women are in this situation, so I need to explain it so the women get it. The man up here is disciplined. He's worked on himself. He has certain lifestyle traits and certain things he does on a daily basis, routine basis, that keeps him up here. He maintains his status up here. He maintains his body, maintains his car, maintains his lifestyle. He maintains everything. That's why he's up here, because everything requires maintenance, people. Okay. And the woman that's down here, she ain't maintaining anything. She's not maintaining anything. She is down here because her mindset is not like his mindset. So he don't eat certain things. He don't go hang out like that. He don't go to certain places. He's living his life that keeps him here. Where the woman that's here wants to get the man that's here. But now what she wants is the man to come down to her level, which will never happen because he can't live down there because he done fought all that stuff to get up here. Okay, man is born with no value. He has to create his value. He has to build it out. It takes a lot of years for a man to get up here. Okay, she wants the man now to eat whatever she makes in her house. So she's making fried chicken or she's eating ice cream with her kids, and everybody's fat. Okay, the kids are fat, she's fat, everybody's fucking fat. Okay, and she wants him to come and join the fat club. Okay, and he's up here. He don't deal with none of that bad habits that she got. This is why it does not work with you ladies that are here. You can't have the man that's here because you got to change. He ain't got to change. You got to change. Because you need to elevate yourself in some way, shape, or form to meet him on that level. If he got to come down to deal with you and come down to deal with you, he ain't got no business talking to you. And it's going to sound harsh and bad, but I'm starting to understand why men should just not talk to women like that. Because the women don't understand what it takes to maintain that man that's up there. You have to maintain that man's lifestyle up there. Meaning, you gotta be mindful of how his workouts is. If he spends 3 hours in the gym, you gotta be respectful of that. If he don't eat certain things that you eat, you gotta be respectful of that. If he likes to go for long walks and you're not really into that, you gotta be respectful of that. If you can't meet him on any of those levels in lifestyle, you're not gonna be able to keep that man, and you're not gonna be able to make him happy. So I'm starting to see that. Because I used to be like, well, man, you could give them a chance. No, you can't. Because what I realize is people down here, they have a strong, ignorant, stubborn mindset, and they don't want to do nothing right. Well, the white lady who had this weight came out, she put a lot of the weight back, right? And when you start talking to her and seeing the way she's doing things, her kids are big, she's big, and she start putting the weight back because she's eating bad. She's acting like no surgery was done. She's eating the same as she did before. So now a lot of the weight is coming back. And she wants a man that's up here. She wants a man that's in shape. She likes the way She see how, you know, people look. She wants to date them. And it's sad because these are friends of my friend, okay? They saw me, okay? The lady started talking about, oh, you'll be perfect guy to play basketball with my son. Oh, you'll be the perfect guy to come and hang out with my son. Oh, you'll be the perfect guy to walk next to me when I'm going through the store, when I'm doing grocery shop. No, bro. Oh, you could go out on Halloween with me and you could be my bodyguard. I say, I don't do Halloweens and I ain't going with you to no grocery stores. And I'm not going to, you know, I could speak to your son or play basketball with your son if I'm around your son. But she's not comprehending that my kids are grown. And I don't know her like that. And she's just throwing me in shit and trying to, oh, we cook dinner and we want you to come by and eat. Everybody else that she's dealing with, they all big. But I'm not. And I don't eat none of that shit. And I'm a picky eater. You could cook all you want, but you might not cook good. And if I go to your table and that shit don't taste right, I will have to hurt your feelings because I won't eat it. And if you push the issue, then I will hurt your feelings because I ain't eating that shit. Bottom line, I'm not eating that shit. So, but this shit is just some wild shit to me. I'm looking at it. I'm seeing it from every angle. And it's sad, man. It's just sad to see women like this. Okay. It's just, women are just lost. And they wasted a lot of their lives. This lady's like 37 years old. And the shit that I hear women say, when you just listen to them, you know that they lost. You know that they don't get it. You know that they're way off. They're way behind. You know it. You know they off. You know they don't get it. You know they way behind. So you just gotta let people be, because when you see people with these bad habits, you want to so bad, like, tell them, like, hey, bro, I don't eat no fucking ice cream. How would you try me like that? I mean, I eat ice cream, but I don't eat ice cream like that on an everyday basis. I ain't eating all that bad shit that y'all eat, all that fried, messed up food. I ain't putting it, it's like you can't just look at me and tell that I'm not going to eat that shit. You hear me talking about exercising. When I say 3 hours in the gym, she said, oh, that's a lot of work. Dude, that's what you got to do to maintain your lifestyle. You can't, man, like I said, everybody's not built for this shit. Everybody's not built for this shit. And the lady just saw me and just started volunteering me for shit that I don't got nothing with and don't do. Just like trying to make me basically a stepdaddy to her kid. And I don't even know her like that. Just because she know my friend, just started volunteering me for shit. Oh, my son, he wants to do basketball with you, and my son wants to know if you would go with us out on Halloween. I don't even know this kid. I don't even know the kid. I spoke to them on FaceTime one time because my homeboy was talking to me and he was around them, and the lady just took the phone, took over the conversation, threw her son on the phone, started telling her son that I'm gonna come and play basketball with him without asking me, and just volunteered me for a whole bunch of shit. And I don't even know these people. And you know it's hard because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, especially kids. But he a big ass kid. But I don't want, I didn't want to chop them down or chop their feelings. And I say, if I come out that way, I'll shoot a couple of hoops with you, It's a little beat up basketball goal in front of his house. I guess she just wanted to be active. I don't know. He don't look like he played a lick of basketball ever. I mean, he's really overweight. He's a big boy. But I'd be surprised if he get out there and even want to play basketball, to be honest with you. But this is the shit that I'm seeing, and this is what's out here. And there was a 30-year-old white lady. 4 kids, 4 different baby daddies. She said, I'm a prize for a man and my kids, and I'm trying to see if a man who I want to let in my life for my kids. And she looked at, I'm not gonna lie, she looked like shit. She was below average as you want to get, bro. And she was talking some real shit towards one of my friends, and I was sitting there listening to it. And it took me a minute, I wanted to interrupt her and say, are you in reality right now? She had no car. She was catching a bus. She talked about she used to prostitute, and she had all these babies and different baby daddies. Say she was dealing with some Jamaican men. And she had all these preferences and expectations when you done been ran through, when you have 4 kids, different baby daddies, you have no car, you're 30 years old with 4 kids, no car, overweight, and she didn't even have the looks, guys. I'm sorry, but she didn't. When I was seeing her face, when I was seeing her face, she kind of had the look of like a rough woman that almost looks like a man. And it just, booger wolf, okay? I mean, let me just say it, booger wolf, okay? And she was sitting there telling him that if she decides to let him into her life, she approached him. Listen to it. She approached him. And she's telling him if she decides to let him into her life around her kids, that if she decides she wants to do that, that would be a privilege and a prize. Man, I almost snapped on her ass just listening to that shit. That shit sounded crazy. He was sitting there just laughing when he turned the phone off, and just laughing because the lady was crazy. It's too much craziness running around out here on these streets. Craziness, just lunatics, bro. Like, just, you need to check. Like, you ain't in tune with reality. A lot of you ladies are not in tune with reality at all. Like, y'all are somewhere else. Pluto, Mars, y'all far from Earth, bro. Y'all not here. Y'all just don't get it. And the more I see women homeless, or I see the women just, y'all are just so far from being feminine women and understanding the order of things. I'm sorry, but it's just true. She was just saying all this stuff, and I would have chopped her down. I'm sorry, because she had an attitude on top of that. Listen, you can't be big with a bad attitude. 4 kids, different baby daddies, you used to prostitute. Like, what's wrong with you? Bringing up that, let me give you another little one on the house. It was a white lady. It was a lot of years ago. It was a white chick. I met her in the beach. She looked really, really good. She had a little Range Rover, and she had a little Range Rover. I had my Lexus GS 430, all fixed up, all pimped out, big boy car. She saw me, liked me, wanted to talk to me. Pretty girl. Had a nice little body on her. She looked good. Okay. We're in South Beach. I meet her in the beach. She dressed real nice, seemed real cool. Everything seemed cool. Listen to it. So we get to talking, and she invites me to her house. But I come to her crib and I just stand outside. I don't go in the house. I decide not to go in. She wanted to hook up with me. She wanted to sleep with me. She was trying to get me into a relationship. She really, really liked me. And I liked her. I thought she looked really, really nice. I was just kind of shocked, you know. She seemed so headstrong about having a serious relationship and settling down. She seemed so, she dressed real business, like nice. She seemed real clean. Her little place where she stayed, I think her mom was staying there with her. So it wasn't really her place by herself. But she was doing pretty well. You know, she had her little Range Rover, and she dressed really nice, kept her hair done, kept her little nails done. Pretty white lady, looked good. Nice body. Nice body. Listen to it. And she wanted to go out on a date. I said, okay, let's go on a date. So we went to a Dave & Buster's, and we played pool. And we, you know, went out there, we played pool. She asked me if I had a friend to bring for one of her friends, black chick. I said, cool. Yeah, I got a friend. I'll bring one of my friends for your friend.
Red light camera reported ahead.
I had never met the friend, okay? But it didn't matter. She looked good. I'm sure she gonna have her friends look good. So I told one of my homeboys, I brought him with me, and we went over to meet them at the Dave & Buster's, okay? She drove her shit. I drove my shit. Okay. We get over there. The black girl looked real nice, and she was dressed similar to her, and she looked good. And I was like, okay, wow, these, you know, she riding with her in her Range Rover. And so the girl, the lady was talking to me, and we're about 30 minutes into the date, and we're playing pool. We got the table, we're playing pool. We're 30 minutes into the date, and she says, oh, I got a client that called. I have to leave and run to go take care of this client. It's very important. It's an important client. You don't mind? I'll be back in like 45 minutes. I need you to stay here and wait for me. This is what she's telling me. Her friend is going with her. She's like, just wait for me. I'm going to come back. I give you my word. I'll be back. I really want you to stay here and wait for me because I want you to go with me to my house and stay the night with me tonight. So I'm like, all right, but we're really into the pool game and we're having a great time being my homeboy. So I'm cool with that. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So we getting some food, we're eating, you know, we're playing pool. We got our own little sections. Very, very nice. Like it was very like private into itself, right? Because I knew people there and they would give me like these nice little sections. So 45 minutes goes by. She shows back up. Different outfit. Nice again, but a totally different outfit. Now, the first outfit was really nice. And she comes back in a different outfit. The black girl comes back in the same outfit. She comes back in a different outfit. And we comes back to play pool. Remind you, I haven't kissed her. I haven't done anything with her. For some reason, I just was a distant with her. Like I was more talking to her because she was really pushing the issue for relationships. And I was really trying to find out why she wanted one so bad. Why she kept talking about settling down and moving in together. And, you know, she just met me and this is what she say she wanted, you know. And I'm like, why is this lady pushing so hard for a relationship? Well, we're there playing pool, me and my homeboy, and you know, I don't get in people's business, you know, so I'm just playing pool with her, and I'm like looking at the new outfit, and I'm like, why did she change? Why did she go and change her outfit? Okay, so I asked her, I said, hey, why did you change your outfit? What happened with the other outfit? It was nice. You needed to go all the way back home to rechange the clothes again? She's like, oh no, that outfit got dirty, you know, with my client, and I had to go home and I had to change. I said, okay. Now I was kind of curious about what she dealing with. The kids that throw up, or what kind of client is she in? Medical? Like, what is she in? So I look at her, and we're playing pool for about 15 minutes since she got back. Right? Everything seemed cool. She asking me would I come and stay the night with her tonight. I said, yeah, I'll come and stay the night with you tonight. So now I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and just beat her down. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it. This is what I'm thinking. Okay. She seemed nice. I'm like, well, I don't have no problem with dating her, trying to build something with her. I don't have no issue with that. So, you know, I'll definitely be cool with talking to her. She seemed cool. You know, I ain't see no flaws in it, no changes in the armor. You know, and I wasn't looking for any. I just kind of go out and enjoy myself with the person and just let life happen. Like whatever conversations come up, they're relevant because you're trying to date. Whatever we need to talk about that comes up, we're gonna talk about it because everything's relevant. Listen, guys, everything is relevant when you're talking to somebody. Random things. If they get into a sex conversation, all the women be like, well, I don't want to talk about what everything's relevant. Because you need to know what kind of person you're dealing with. So you talk to the men. You listen to what they like. It's not just about you. If you make it about you, ladies, you're going to miss the bus. You're going to get left. You're going to get just slept with and left. Because you're making it about you. And it ain't just about you. In a relationship, it's about two people. Okay? So I looked at her and I said, hey, well, what kind of work you did that your clothes got messed up? And she says, oh, you know, I'm retiring, but I'm an escort. Everything stopped. You know how the music is? Everything stopped. My homeboy looked at me. I looked at him. He was talking to the black girl. She said, yeah, we both are. She said, but I'm retiring and that's my past. And, you know, so I said, it ain't your past if you're sleeping with men. Oh, well, these are like, I said, listen to me. That's just my work. That's when I'm working. I'm not working now. Like, this lady mindset was so fucking gone, bro. We went from an intelligent person to a complete idiot. Like, complete dodo bird. Like, complete dummy. Like, doofus. Like, men don't want hoes, ladies. We don't want hoes. So you looking for a top man, okay? A top man. Body-wise, car-wise, financial-wise, everything together. And you think he want the hoe? No, he don't want the hoe. He don't want nothing to do with no hoe. Men don't want hoes, ladies. We don't want it. We don't want hoes, ladies. So I stopped playing pool and I just got serious and I stood and I looked at her and I said, so you're left here to go sleep with a man? Oh, it's a lot of money. You know, he's quick. He comes real fast. I mean, her mindset and what she was doing and her reasoning was just so fucking lost, bro. Like, she was just, I was like, oh, I say, so you think that that's cool? Oh, well, you know, like I said, I'm retiring. No, you ain't retiring. You're still well in it. The right price comes along, you just go do it. I said, listen, you cool, but I'm not really feeling it. She stopped. She got upset. She say, what do you mean? I say, I don't want a woman like that. I just don't want a woman like that. No man wants a hoe representing him. I don't want a woman that is like that. I don't want a woman everybody done ran through. When I said that, she shut up. Because she really couldn't. The truth is something you can't fight in life. That's what I've always learned. So I throw truth stones. I throw truth stones. You start talking that crazy shit, I'm going to give you reality. I'm not here to play games with you, butter your biscuit, make you feel good when you completely ass backwards, ass wrong. No, I'm not doing that shit. So she turns around and she's like, well, you know, that's my when I'm at work, when I'm off work, I say, your body is being ran through. You putting miles on the vehicle. You sleeping with all kinds of men for money, and you think a man that's in shape, that got his shit straight, wants a woman like that? I said, oh, but I'm in the car that costs as much as your shit. I'm not studying that. I'm not finna sit here and do this with you. I said, lady, listen, I don't want no hoe. I don't want to sleep with no hoe. I don't want to stay overnight with no hoe. I'm not kissing no hoe. So you think that I would, oh, well, you know, I cleaned up. I say, listen, look, bro, I got to go. Okay, I'm not feeling that. I say, you obviously have no idea about men. You don't know nothing about men, and men don't want women like that. Sorry, ladies, we just don't want it. You ask a bunch of men, almost every man will tell you they don't want that. I mean, any man in the status will say they don't want that, except for the below average guy. Because the below average guy will say he don't care. You know, she's changed. And I can still go through it after 100 guys ran through her. You can't compete with the 100 guys that ran through her. And she gonna always have those cravings for some of those men. And she gonna be putting a preference on you that she done took from each man that she liked, and you are never gonna measure up to that. So men don't want women that have been ran through. It's just no value in that woman anymore. It was sad, and I had to cut the date short because the lady was talking crazy, and she was trying to get me to go along with the crazy shit, and I just wasn't feeling it. Okay, and imagine you got a person that they do this for a living, and they're literally trying to convince you like it's a regular job. I said, sweetheart, that's not a regular job. Oh, it's just like I said, no, it's not. I said, you're selling yourself. What's regular? What's regular about a woman that's selling herself? You're selling yourself for a living to other men. So he nutted all over your clothes. Well, you know, he likes to do it and put it all over the body, and he's an overweight guy, and he just, you know, he just likes these certain things, but he pays me a lot of money. You ladies will do anything for money. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. It's true. You guys will do anything for $1. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. I'm not feeling that. I don't want a woman like that. I don't want no woman like that at all. I am just so far beyond that. I don't want a woman like that. I just think that is so disgusting. And unfortunately, You have a lot of women out here. This is what they're doing, and this is what they've done. And I'm going to tell you, ladies, a very serious thing that's very good for you, so you get the heads up now. Ain't no man gonna get excited for sleeping with a woman and having her as his lady. He might want to sleep with you, but if he sees you as a hoe, he could sleep with you. He could get hard and he could bang you, but he ain't gonna kiss you. He ain't gonna have a relationship with you. He's not going to take you serious because he sees you as a hoe. Somebody to hook up with, to sleep with from time to time, and to have a little fun. Some men, the top men, they'll just say forget it. They don't even want it because they don't want the leftovers of other men. Listen, rich people don't even like taking things behind other people, like use cars and use this, use that. Rich people don't really want other rich people's stuff when they at a certain level. They just don't. They want exclusive things. If men are wanting exclusive things, ladies, that means they're territorial. They don't want a woman that's been with a whole bunch of men. You have women that are inside of the celebrity lifestyle, the famous women, and they can't get a man in there to take them unless they look real good. And even then, they don't get the men they want. And the reason is because other rich men have already had their way with them. That's just it. And men don't want, especially rich, they don't want used stuff from other men. They just don't want it. Now, you might find one man out of all those men that might accept it, but he'll be the beta male guy. Because they got money too. Below average men physically have money too in that field. But that's not a real man. Because he's not being real with the woman and telling her the truth and putting her in her place and making her become the lady she's supposed to be. He kind of letting her stay the hoe and accepting her whole ways. Oh, I want to keep all my exes in the picture. I want you to meet my exes. Listen, ladies, men don't want to meet you. Men you date. I had women that literally wanted to introduce me to every man they dated. And I told them, I said, I don't want to meet the guys that you done dated. Oh, well, I just feel like, if you're going to be in my life, then you should meet my ex-husband and my other ex-husband, and then all the guys that like me that I didn't talk to, and then all the guy I used to talk to. And usually these be some white people, white, or I had an Italian lady do that. But this some white people shit. Black women don't want to do that. They not trying to go that route. But when it comes to relationships, like me and that lady, the escort, we really got into it. Like when I, got rid of the pool table and we was like leaving, she was like really coming at me. Like, oh, I can't believe that you gonna just leave like that. And I can't believe that you just gonna not talk with me over this small thing. And I said, this isn't a small thing. Oh, it is a small thing. I say, to you, it's a small thing. But to me, it's not. I say, you dated men before, right? She says, yeah. I said, okay. And what happened with those men? Well, I don't know. They just left. I said, that you do know. They told you the same thing I'm telling you. They didn't want that shit. Don't act like you don't know and you never heard it, and this is just something new and magical to you. You knew that the men didn't like this shit because you done had other men tell you this before. Well, I mean, I heard, a couple of men say it, but I just thought it was those men. I don't know how many times I've heard that line come out of women's mouth. Listen, ladies. If multiple different men say the same thing about you, it's true. And if those men seen it and you get a new man, he's going to see it too. And if he sees it, he's going to give you that same reaction the other men did. He's going to leave. Whatever they did, he's going to do. Because men are not accepting of certain things. We just don't want it. And I find that it's very important, men. I find that it's very important that you question a woman, that you ask questions, and you pay close attention when you're talking to a woman to see her past. Her past makes a difference because the mindset is still fucked up. And women don't want, if they thought it was okay, they would just tell you. She didn't tell. If she would have told me that, I never would have went on a date with her. If she would have told me that, I never would have drove to her house and stood outside talking to her. I wouldn't have invested none of my time, money, or energy into that woman at all. At all. If she would have told me that, I would have never done any of those things. So ladies, it is very important that you tell a man, because we would make different decisions if we knew the whole story. And I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. I really don't care how women feel. Men don't want hoes, and they don't want women that have been ran through by a lot of other men. I'm sorry, but we don't want that. Okay? And I had to throw that in there, but that's just what it is, and I had to say that. All right, well, I'll get back to you later in the next part of the video with the other lady, because she's saying something different, and so I'm going to come in there and I'm going to put my commentaries on it. All right? Have a good day.